Hello guys, this is Dr. Chinmay and you're watching Med Talks in here, where we talk about interesting medical facts in simple ways. Today we are going to talk about the problem statement, a real threat of type 2 diabetes mellitus on the society. So without wasting any more time, let's talk. Now, we all know that diabetes is a very common disease. We also know that it is one of the leading causes of deaths around the world. But do we really know how much this is a threat to the society? In this video, we will analyze that. First of all, what is the total diabetic population around the world? Let us discuss. The total diabetic population in the world by now is around 42.5 crores. That is only diagnosed cases of diabetes. There are also many people who are having diabetes but are not yet diagnosed. At the same point of time, there are many people who are having impaired glucose tolerance. They can also be called as in a pre-diabetic stage and they are going to develop diabetes. So the real burden of diabetes is far more than that. Now this 42.5 crore diabetic population is projected to reach around 62.9 crores by 2045. Now, the real problem doesn't lie around the world. The problem lies in the countries like India, because International Diabetes Federation and WHO says that around 80% of the total diabetic deaths are occurring in countries like India. So let us discuss about the situation of our country. In the country like India, the total diabetic population is around 7.3 crores. That represents the total diagnosed diabetic people. At the same time, there are around 4.2 crore people who are having diabetes but are not yet diagnosed. And around 2.4 crore people are having impaired glucose tolerance, that is pre-diabetic. So we can safely say that around 14 crore of Indian people are having diabetes. And that says around 10% of the total population is having diabetes. But to generalize the disease like diabetes for total population is not wise. Why I am telling that? Because diabetes is such a disease which affects mostly the elderly people. So around 95% of the total diabetic population belong to more than 40 years of age. So what is the prevalence of diabetes in that age group? We must consider first. In that way, the total population of India that is above 40 years of age is around 25% of the total Indian population. That means around 30 to 32 crore people are more than 40 years of age. And that population only contains around 95% of the total type 2 diabetes mellitus cases. Now, from that 14 crore of total diabetic population, 90% is type 2 diabetics and 10% are having other forms of diabetes like type 1 diabetes, LADA, MODY, etc. So 90% of that means around 12.6 crores. And that 12.6 crores are among that 32 crores people who are above 40 years of age. So that represents around 35 to 40% of the elderly population. So it means around 35 to 40% of the people with more than 40 years of age are having diabetes in India now. But that is due to the present trend of the disease. It is projected that that is going to be around 50% or more by 2045. So you can very well imagine that what is our situation. It means that around 50% of us are having diabetes, are going to develop diabetes by the age of 40 or above. It is a kind of global pandemic. Along with that, we can say it is a kind of global apocalypse. So we have to tackle the disease properly. We all have to deal with it with our scientific knowledge and education. So for now, take care, be healthy and keep smiling.